Okay guys, so today we are doing a Poison Ivy inspired look. Off camera I did do foundation. I just thought I'd save myself some recording time, but I did put a light layer of foundation just to even out my skin tone, and then I started recording by doing my eyebrows, and I'm doing them bright red. If I had to go back and redo this, I'd probably put a white base through my eyebrows, or maybe I'd glue them down all together. Ultimately, the end look, it does not look bad. You almost can't even tell, but my eyebrows are extremely dark, thick, and coarse, so you can definitely see them through the red. I set them with a little bit of translucent setting powder, and then I go on to clean them up with some concealer and a little flat synthetic brush. This is extremely important for doing such a pretty or like sexy character. She's very, in all of the pictures that she's depicted in, she's very, you know, manicured. And so we really want to make sure that our eyebrows are ship shape. So setting them or cleaning them up with concealer is essential. It's really going to like elevate the look as well. Then you blend that out with just another brush or a beauty blender. I was using a brush today. And then you go on to actually prime the eyes. I'm using concealer. You can actually use an eyeshadow primer if you'd like. My preferred method is just concealer, because this is essentially just a beauty look, just with some different colors than you'd probably normally use. I then go on to apply some half cut crease stencils. These ones are from Crown Noir Cosmetics. I will link them in the description box below. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I have a like hooded heavy lid situation, so cut creases can be very difficult for me, and or they just take a lot more time and a lot more guesswork. These cut crease stencils have really changed how quickly I do my makeup. You can make your own stencils at home with some tape or some other type of stickers or adhesive strips or whatever. These ones I've just found are already cut. There's like no guesswork in them. The only thing is that they can be a little tricky to apply, but once you get the hang of it, easy peasy. Your cut creases come out in like 2 seconds. Again, I'll link them down below. Then I go on to start my actual eyeshadow, and I'm doing a very bright green eyeshadow. So I'm starting with some very bright eyeshadow with the cut crease stencil, like right up against the cut crease stencil. What am I trying to say here? Then I just go on to blend that out with some mint, deepen it up with some more green, blend it out, deepen it up, blend it out, basically until it's come to my desired depth, I guess you could say. Again, these stencils, whether you're making your own or using somebody else's, really help because you don't have to be as precise with your cut creases either, and you don't have to go back in and clean it up with micellar water or anything like that. You can just kind of go in willy-nilly and blend out to your heart's content. But I chose to do green for my Poison Ivy look because I just thought like Poison Ivy with the red eyebrows and the green shadow, it just made sense, you know? It just made sense. Once you get the shadow to your liking, you're going to peel off those stencils. I'm trying to, you know, capture an Insta moment here. Spoiler alert, it did not work out, but that's okay. I forgot that I was actually recording on my DSLR when I was trying to record on my phone. So that just goes to show you how great of a social media person I am. I then go to use some shadow shields to complete the look. Again, when I'm doing these character looks, I really don't want to spend a lot of time like cleaning up my eyeshadow or anything like that. So I'm really quick to use stencils, eyeshadow shields, anything that'll stick on my face to keep the mess away. But I go in and I re-prep the eye with some concealer to clean up the cut crease that I just did, as well as to give my eyelid a tacky base again. To then go in with some dark green shadow on the outer edge, And then to go in on the actual lid space itself with like a bright green shimmer. I really loved how this eye turned out. It just, everything aligned. The stars aligned, the planets aligned, the colors worked. I used like 3 or 4 different palettes, and sometimes when you're using multiple palettes, the shadows don't always jive together, but I'm telling you, the day I recorded this, they were jiving. Go on to do my lid space here. This is from the e.l.f. bite size eyeshadow palettes. They're like $3. It's in hot jalapeno. This green shimmer in that $3 like mini palette is like amazing. I love it so much. It's so bright. It's so pigmented. I don't know how e.l.f. did it for like $3 for those mini bite size shadows, but they're awesome. Again, we'll link that down in the description as well. Little inner corner highlight for your liking. Then do a little buffing on the lower lash line just to start the bottom part of the eye look. We'll finish later actually. Do a little bit of a liner. I'm not doing a wing or anything because wings are very difficult on my eye to get actually perfect. So I thought I wouldn't chance it and I just do some liner to like conceal the lash line. Finishing up the rest of the face, some concealer, blending that out with a brush. Blend, 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 blend. Again, Poison Ivy is essentially a beauty look. There are Poison Ivies out there that are like all green, and maybe I will venture to do like an all green Poison Ivy later, possibly like at a Halloween date, but I was pretty satisfied with how this came out. Doing bronzer. I didn't want to go too heavy. I didn't want it to be like heavily bronzed, but I did want to give my face a little bit more of a shape rather than just round and flat. I also think doing a little bronzer gives your face a little bit more dimension. In a little bit, you'll see that I almost kind of ruin it because I try to go in with this like green tealy color. It wasn't the look. I'm glad it didn't end up ruining it. And I am glad that I added it, but I don't know. It was a decision that I made. Cleaning the bronzer up with some concealer, then powdering everything with a powder foundation on a puff, and I'm powdering my whole face. The powder foundation really just kind of gives like a more flawless look, a more matte look, but a more flawless look to the foundation and everything like that. Going in with some nose contour just to define my nose a little bit. And then here it is. This is where I try to go in with like a dark green contour because I thought at the time it was a good decision, but then that green shadow that I used was more tealy than green. I wish I would have went in with something from like the from the inner part of like the cut crease shadow, something really bright. But instead I went in with that. Cleaned it up with some powder because it got everywhere. Again, it was a decision. Using some red highlighter as blush, really taking that up on towards the temples and my cheeks. And then contouring the nose with a little bit of green. See, this is the color I wish I would have done on my cheeks. You live and you learn, people. Little waterline for ya. And then finishing the eyes by buffing some of the primary green, the bright green underneath my eyes. Finishing up with some mascara and lashes. Again, Poison Ivy, all glam. Lining and priming my lips for a red lip. Now, what I will say, and I show you this in the end credits, the end look. Initially, I just do a liquid lip, a red liquid lip, and I leave it at that, and it kind of looks matte, and it's very, very bright, and I love it. At the end, I decided to put a little glitter on my lips and like zhuzh them up, and I also loved that. So I show you both at the end, but right now I'm just gonna show you putting on the red lip. I don't show you putting any glitter on, but if you wanna zhuzh your look up, glitter lips is the way to go. Prepping for the wig. Boom. I styled this wig off camera and I put some victory rolls in it. I'm still learning how to do victory rolls well, but this is a super cheap wig and it actually is very small for my head, so you could see my hairline. So all I did was take some ivy leaves and I put them on some bobby pins, and then I just secured the bobby pins to my hair and the wig cap to secure the wig better, as well as to hide and conceal my hairline. I did have to glue this leaf in place because it just wasn't working. And I think it came out super cute and added a nice little touch to like the hair being poison ivy. Yeah, I think it just came out really, really well. This was the initial look. So this is what I ended up with, and I love it. It's very sexy. It's very poison ivy. It's also very simple. I don't think that poison ivy is a very difficult character to do. I have my little like leaf ivy earrings on, and I'm just wearing a green tank top. That's what I really love about her character in general, but I thought it looked a little flat. So what I ended up doing in this next slide you'll see is I took some glitter hairspray and I sprayed my hair with some gold glitter hairspray, again, just to kind of like give it a little zhuzh, give it a little dimension, give it a little something something. You know, I don't think Poison Ivy is one of those super villains that's like not here for the glitter. She wants to be noticed. So the glitter hairspray did something for me, and then I was like, you know what, this isn't enough glitter. It's beautiful, but it's not enough glitter. So I added the glitter to my lips, and you'll just see in just a moment that just chef's kiss. So yeah, this was the video. I will link all of the products that I used down in the description box below, so if you are interested in any of them, you can check those out on your own time. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up. As always, please be sure to subscribe and hit the little notification bell. I would hate for you to miss out on any more videos. Thanks so much for watching, guys.